76 is a story of hope and perseverance, of love and war. The Matthew Show was here at Pearl Restaurant on King and spoke with some of the cast members as well as the director of the film. Take a look at this Nollywood film based in Nigeria, 76.
10,000 innocent public officials have been dismissed because they have no voice.
We're soldiers. It's our duty to make sacrifices.
How can you say Ujoji reform is a curse when everybody's enjoying it?
Hey, bro.
I do not know any member of your family, and I am already pregnant for you.
There's no need for you to be scared. You know how much I love you.
What inspired this movie?
Yeah, a lot of things. I have a personal relationship with the world around the story. I was 3 when this event around the story happened in 1976, and I happened to also live in a compound owned by the family of the principal character, the ringleader of the coup in 76, and then 90% of the soldiers involved in this coup came from the place where I lived, where I grew up. So somehow it got connected to the story by way of association. People who were involved. It's a small town, so it's always not too difficult to run into people whose parents were either shot during the coup or executed afterwards.
So you do have this personal relationship. What other aspects of the movie did you bring from your personal relationships into the movie?
Yeah, well, first I grew up after the coup. There were several other coups in the country, so I grew up with a negative impression of the army. I didn't see anything good in the army. All I saw was their brutality and all that. So, but situation in 1999 when I had an accident on my way to location in the north of the country. I was rescued from the accident scene, myself and my crew, by soldiers, taken to the hospital, taken to the barracks, left their homes for us, took very good care of us, so it changed my impression completely. And then I interacted with their families a lot more, and I saw things that I never thought was. I tried to humanize them at a point, and further down the line I had an opportunity to work with the army on the exploit of Nigerian soldiers in Sierra Leone and Liberia. So when I spent 3 months at the barracks, it changed my complete impression. So my thoughts got stirred in the direction of what befalls their family when things like this happen. So so everything about the soldier's wife, their plight, is actually things that I experienced, the things that have happened in the past in the country. So, and some of them I heard directly from the people who were involved. So that's my personal connection to the story.
This guy is a snitch. We shouldn't take any chances.
What am I to you?
No respect for me, no my family.
I am yet to see the family of yours that deserves the respect you bring. This is a high-profile operation. 5 VIPs have been slated for assassination.
It was amazing the way I felt, from seeing the negative side of the army to the positive side of the army. And then it's also important to understand, if you've been to the barracks, I heard stories that touched my heart, and I just felt that if a lot more people could hear this. I mean, the story is in retrospect now. It's in the 70s. Not as if anybody would do anything, but at least you appreciate what these people go through more. Yeah.
What do you think is the overall message that you're trying to get out there with this movie?
Yeah, my message is honor and integrity. Men must be true to their convictions and also take responsibility for their actions. Yeah.
Now tell me a bit about the cast. How did you have a process in hiring the cast and choosing what roles they're going to play?
Yeah, well, some of the key cast in this film are people I've worked with in the past. So while we were working on the story at the development stage, at some point it became obvious to me who fits into what role, and I needed actors whose commitments are second to none, because we're working on a tight budget, and we knew we were going to go through hell making this film. So I needed people who will stand by me all through. So that influenced beyond their capabilities to bring these complex characters to life. I also think of their life outside set. These are incredible set of actors and crew that were put together who would patiently see through and not freak out in the process of making this film. And they stayed through. They were on set, they were patient. Because we all share the same ideologies. That's what actually informed the casting for this film. Beyond the ability to deliver, I'm also interested in your commitment to the project. Yes.
Are you aware of the breach of national security recently?
What is my husband's fate?
Tell me about a bit about your character in this movie.
My character Gomos. Gomos is basically like the antagonist in the movie. He's the one who ropes in the protagonist and sets the ball rolling on every other crisis that the guy runs into. So Gomos is a reflection, I think, of most people. When we're uncomfortable with a situation, we immediately become activists and we want change. But we always want change on our own terms. We never want change through the eyes of other people. So if it's not working on our terms, then it's not real change. And that's who Gomos was in this movie.
What do you think is the overall story, the message that this movie's portraying?
Well, this movie is an adaptation of a real life event, and this was happening in a very contentious time in our history as a country, and we'll consider stories like this back home as very sensitive, So I think what we tried to do, because of the sensitive nature of the story, was tell it as a story of love and courage and integrity, and try to shed some light, on some of our history, and tell it also through the eyes of the wives of the military people. Most times when you tell a military-based story, you always tell it from the eyes of the soldier and what the soldier goes through, But everything that the soldier goes through, directly or indirectly, affects the people that are left behind at home, So this story tries to spotlight that through the eyes of the wife of the soldier that is left at home, So I think it's a deep story. It's something that most people will connect and relate with.
Your first time participating in TIFF?
Actually, it is my first time participating in TIFF, and I'm excited to be here.
What do you think, and how did it go with the premiere, and how do you think that TIFF has been going so far?
I was a little nervous, coming in, because, like I said, first time coming here. I mean, I've been in the industry a long time, but the first time that your movie gets to get a platform like this, and you're open to a wider level of criticism, So, but after the premiere, it was good. I think it was good. Yeah, it was good. The reviews have been good. Everybody has loved what they are saying so far, and I'm excited that because we have shown it on this platform, this is just the beginning.
Next for your career, any other movies lined up?
I have a lot of movies lined up. As a matter of fact, I have movies in pre-production that I am now thinking will be wise enough, to try to go down the same route, try and reach out to festivals around the world, try and reach out to other people that are giving us platforms such as this, so that we can showcase what we really have from Nigeria and from Africa to the rest of the world, telling our stories in our own way, by our own selves, and letting the people know exactly what we want them to know, So I think that's the future of filmmaking for Nollywood.
Thank you very much. To book your tickets for this film, head over to tiff.net/films/76. This has been The Matthew Show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Ciao for now.